Welcome back to SoVery Kristi. I'm your host, Kristi Phillips, and I am the singing hairdresser. My friends that know me know that I'm either singing, doing hair, or doing makeup, or both, or all three. Sometimes all three at the same time, simultaneously. First of all, I would like to say hello to my mom. I think she's watching today, and you never know about Idabel, Oklahoma, if they're going to be getting a good signal.
Well, she's got it on her phone, though, right?
I know, but that doesn't matter. In Idabel, you just never know. You might have to, if you're not in the right place at the right time, you will not get a good signal. Oh. So, hi, Mom, if you're watching.
Hi, Mama Phillips. We love you.
And I'm so excited to have Jens here with me. And Jens is amazing, as a lot of you know, and she's one of my very best friends, and also an extremely amazing transformational coach.
Yay. Well, yes. I love you, and I'm so excited to be on this journey with you.
I love you too.
We're going to have fun.
We are. We love to have fun. In fact, we're going to have fun this Friday on my birthday.
Yes. I know. This is your birthday show. That's what we were talking about. It's our birthday show. Yes. It's our birthday week, so everybody wish Kristi happy birthday.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited. I love birthdays.
I know. It's
I love birthdays, and I like to drag it out for a month, just so y'all know. So if you miss it in any way, it's okay, because you can wish me happy birthday later.
That's right. She is going to be having celebration all week and for the next 30 days.
Now, I'm really excited about this show. I have a very special guest, and her name is Evelyn Cui. She is from California, and she is an incredible pianist and teacher.
We love Evelyn.
And we're going to bring Evelyn on here shortly and learn a lot more about her. We were just at a conference this week.
That's right.
This weekend, actually, and it was amazing. We had so much fun at this conference. And just leading into Kristiology today, I had to share with all of you this new product, because if it wasn't for this product over the last few days, you know how it is when you're sitting in a conference and you just, you know, it's hard to sit there. It's hard to be comfortable and stay alert and get enough sleep with everything going on and all the fun and festivities. So our company that I'm a part of, Nerium International, came out with two new products. And one, they're right here, is energy. Wait, oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the camera backwards. Energy chews. And you just do one a day, or you can do more if you like, but and sleep chews, which I do a half of one of those, is perfect for me.
You got to show the video.
Oh, okay, so I have a video for you.
She gives all this info on the
video.
Yeah,
so I'm just going to be quiet and let Ziggy roll the video. Kristiology of the week is, have you ever felt like you just don't have enough energy throughout the day? Well, I have. And if you're sitting in a conference, like I just got back from a conference in Vegas, sitting there all day for 3 days in a row, or maybe you're not sleeping really good at night, so you don't have the right energy to carry you throughout your day. And I'm not talking about caffeine or energy drinks or that kind of fake energy. I'm talking about what we are all naturally had inside. Well, I'm so excited about this product, because if it wasn't for these two things, I would not have made it through this conference. And they are called Energy Chews. Now, I'm just going to read to you what these do. And I've experienced it for like the last 3 to 4 days. One in the morning, energy, and one at night. So what these products do, I'm just going to read it to you so you get the full picture. These chews help to regulate your internal clock by balancing your circadian rhythm, helping you feel awake in the morning and stay focused throughout your day. And then the sleep chew helps to regulate your internal clock by doing the same thing, balancing your circadian rhythm, helping you to fall asleep and stay asleep so you wake up feeling rested. And I don't normally think of myself as having sleep issues, but I do get up once in the middle of the night. Sometimes I wake up a couple times feeling hot or whatever. Last night I slept all the way through like a baby, and I feel great today. And normally after being gone, flying on the airplane, I'm just beat the next day, and I feel totally normal and back to this. And I want to feel like this all the time. I don't know about you. And that is my Kristiology of the week.
There you have it. And
I just ate one.
I know.
I just ate one because when he said, I'm like, I want one.
Hey, I want one. Well, let me just tell you, okay, I don't really think of myself as having a sleep issue, and I hear it from a lot of people that they have a lot of problems and insomnia and whatnot. I do get up probably about 3 o'clock though. It's been pretty regular. 3 o'clock I get up, go to the bathroom, whatever. Last night before, with a half of one of those, slept all the way till 6 o'clock until my dog had to go to the bathroom.
Maybe
so now it's just a dog.
One.
Yeah.
Maybe you should give him one.
I know, maybe a fourth, because he's kind of little. But, anyway, it works. The stuff works. I like to test it out before I ever share, and the stuff works, both of them. And I'm a coffee drinker, and I tested the energy chews out with no coffee or anything. Go to the gym, felt great. So just so you know, it's amazing. I love it.
I love it,
And
too.
that's my Kristiology for this week.
I do everything you say to do, Kristi. Whatever she says, I do it.
I love that.
I do. It all works.
Well, I like to help people whenever I can. If I find out a new product or a new tip, a hair makeup tip, I like to share it and I like to teach it. And so that's just fun to me. And now I would love to bring Evelyn on and share her greatness with everyone.
Am I on now?
You're on,
You're
Evelyn.
on. There she is.
We have
Hi,
to tell
everybody.
everybody. We got to tell everybody where we met Evelyn.
So we met Evelyn. We had 2 conferences in a row. So weekend before last, we were at eWomen Network Conference. And it's women entrepreneurs and men entrepreneurs as
That's
well. Coming from all over the world to this conference, and we met Evelyn on the last day, which was amazing.
I met her on the first day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I attract all the best. I mean, I walked in, and just all the best came right to me, and she was one of them. And she's the one I told you about. I said,
That's right.
You've got to meet Evelyn because
did.
she is all about music, and I
Yes.
knew you two would have a connection.
Yeah, and when we met, I still didn't know that was the one, but then later she's like, that's the one. That's the one I wanted you to
one.
meet. And we hit it off right off the bat. And, music is a common thread between us, and it's my passion and it's Evelyn's passion, and it's just an amazing connection that we had right away.
Right, and before Evelyn comes on and tells us all about herself, because she's phenomenal, I think it's so important that we really emphasize it's at live events when you meet people and you make those substantial connections. And if we wouldn't have been there, we wouldn't have met her, and we
Right.
wouldn't have been able to have her come on the show and share her greatness with everyone. So we're excited for her to share her greatness.
Yes, and when we were talking this morning, she's just got some really great nuggets, just whether you're involved in music or any other passion that you may have. Myself, I stopped singing for 10 years and just started back like 2 years ago, and it is a spiritual thing, and I didn't realize it when I was younger. People younger these days seem to be smarter than I was. I don't know what happened, but I'm telling you, I didn't realize so much of the spiritual connection that it was for me until I started back singing. And the first time back, just to go and get my voice in shape was my initial idea. And so I did it. And the first time I went back to my first lesson, I was like, I'll never stop.
Right.
No matter what I'm doing or what I'm doing with it, I'll never stop singing again. And so that's just it was huge for me to realize that.
A big lesson.
Yeah.
I'll never forget, because after that very first lesson, you called me and you were on cloud 9. You were
9 million. 9 million.
Yeah, you were on 9 mil. You were on the 9th millionth cloud.
Yes, I mean, it was like
And
beyond 10.
I know. I was like, Kristi. But again, I think those are little clues in life that teaches you're on the right path. Because look, I always say life is like a maze. There's one right way in, there's one right way out, but success happens in action. So you got to keep moving. And when you feel just so amazing about something, you're on the right path. And I'll never forget that call when you called me.
And I've had, the first week or 2 or 3, maybe first month back, every time I would go into the studio, I felt that way. No matter what was going on, it was like a it was like a refresh,
Right.
like refreshing the page. You know, that's how I felt with that.
I know,
as
I
well.
love it. Well, I can't wait for everybody to get to know Evelyn because she is amazing.
Yes. So
Wow, right back at both of you. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, and a huge shout out to eWomen Network as well for connecting us there. I almost didn't go to the conference. And can I just tell you a quick funny story before
You
I
can
go?
tell us too.
Absolutely.
You can tell us too.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Well, I wasn't really sure if I was going to attend the conference, but 2 weeks before the event, I started having one dream a week about Sandra Yancey, and she was like in my room or in my house or somewhere, and she was teaching me something, and I don't remember what she was saying, but I was thinking, oh my God, this lady came to my dream to tell me I need to go to the conference. So I decided to buy the tickets, get everything settled, and everything just flowed so perfectly. And Jen's, I mean, she was like so bright. She just shines, like her beautiful smile and just warmth about her really, really attracted me to just gotta go say hi and, you know, make a friend. And so I did. I'm so glad I did.
Well, I'm so glad you did too.
And when I met Kristi, and just, you know, so much love to Kristi. She was so giving and supportive. She not only listened to what I had to say, she also just like so affirming and supportive, gave me makeup tips and hair tips. I think I used some of it today.
Oh, good.
So good job, Kristi. Thank you for your support. Coming right back at you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here to, you know, talk about my musical journey, also the things that I have, you know, learned along the way to form and shape my teaching philosophy, because I teach classical piano now in Orange County, California, and we'll go from there.
That's awesome, Evelyn, and thank you so much. And I mean, thank goodness we all three of us listen to our instincts, you know, in those moments, because here we are, and I'm, you know, I never knew I was going to have a show, and here I am, and then you're on my show. I mean, everything happens for a reason.
I knew you were going to have a show.
I was like, okay, I'm glad you're going to, but I'm just going to sing on it.
I knew she was going to have a show.
Yes. So, Evelyn, tell us, when did you start, you know, playing the piano, or how did that happen?
Well, truth be told, my mother told me, because I wasn't conscious then, my mother told me that she listened to a lot of classical piano music when she was pregnant with me. And so, I mean, that might have done, you know, some numbers on helping me starting to like music, to appreciate it. But my musical study didn't really formally start until kindergarten. I started by picking up the accordion. Do you know what an accordion is? It's like, it has like this fan thing in the middle.
Yes, we know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so I started playing that, but, you know, I'm not like a really big size, you know, tall, strong looking kid. And so my grandparents, when they raised me, they were concerned that, that I wouldn't grow any taller if I keep strapping the accordion on me and going around and playing for people. And so they said, maybe we should get her a keyboard instead. And that's how, I mean, my grandfather, he put his savings together and bought me like one of the best keyboard at the time. And I started doing keyboard until about puberty was hitting. And I figured piano was much cooler than keyboard. I was just thinking, you know, piano is just so more real. Yeah. And so I begged for piano lessons. And at that time, my mom was already in the US and I was growing up in China. My grandmother said, you know, she wants piano lessons. What do we do? And my mom said, well, you know, let her try it. And, you know, if she quits, then she quits. But if she keeps going, then it's a good thing too.
Now, how old were you when you came to the United States?
When I was 12.
Okay, so when you were 12, you came over. Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And so when you were going, you just continually played through what, high school?
Well, I played on my own, I mean, throughout. but I stopped my formal lessons one time high school freshman year because of the, the requirements of the school. But I actually played in orchestra and marching band while I was in high school. Just stopped the lessons. I just kept playing on my own, and yeah.
Oh,
but then college, I went to the piano. I really sought it out. When there's a piano room in the lounge somewhere, I would always go there on my own time and just like play my heart out and, stress relief. And then I came back to formal piano lessons at like a master level after I graduated the university.
Now, didn't you have a time period where you had a break? So it was, how many years did you break?
I mean by like not playing once a month or once every few months. Like that's a long break. So that was between probably high school junior year until I graduated university for about a year or two.
So you just used it more of as a hobby versus a full-time thing. And then you had another job. So what did you were telling me this morning what you learned on that journey, as far as, kind of not pursuing your music as your passion and just kind of having it as a hobby. I mean, what was that like for you?
Well, it was, like a logical decision, I wasn't particularly like a prodigy, as a child. I just really loved it. I enjoyed it. So I just kept going with it and had fun. So my family didn't think that this is something that I should pursue as a profession. Because I was also, decent at studying. So they're like, well, get a degree and you can do whatever you want. So I did that. And I enjoyed all of it. I'm intellectually curious about a lot of things. I majored in chemistry at UC Santa Barbara. Also did business and a lot of other nonprofit educational initiatives. Also ran my own business, and what else did I do? I also took a job after I graduated at a really nice company. But because I was doing so many things without looking within and to really be aware and check in with myself where I am and how I see myself. That focus went from internal focus to external, like getting the things done. What is my next step in the career? Like when my focus shifted, I think that's when I started feeling the pain of not being myself fully. Although I'm enjoying everything I'm doing, but I didn't really know what it is that made my heart sing.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I love that you shared that, Evelyn, because that I think is so many people are living life and they are doing the things that they need to do to make a living, and they're existing, and it's not like it's a horrible life, but it's not the life they want to live, and they're not being authentic, and that's exactly what was going on with you, Kristi. Kristi, I mean, she's phenomenal at what she does, but the passion and the purpose wasn't there, and you can never be 100% happy and fulfilled if you're not living in your calling, basically, and that spiritual gift or spiritual gifts and talents that we have. And I think that's so important to share, because we're all on a journey and we have to share our story with other people, so other people will say, hey, that's where I am in my journey too. I'm not being fulfilled. I'm not happy. So they can start looking inside themselves instead of outside. That's amazing. I love that you shared that, Evelyn.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Exactly what you said.
And you were also saying, so if you had one thing of wisdom that you would give to our viewers, what would that be?
Only one thing. It would be find a healthy outlet. Find a healthy outlet to for us to be more aware of how we are. I think it was like Socrates, right? That said that to be alive, we're in a constant state of change, right? If we stop changing, at least in this physical realm, if we stop changing, we stop moving, then we're pretty much dead. So being alive is to move and to have this dynamic relationship with what's going on with the surrounding and, with ourselves, with our soul.
Right.
And then just not losing touch with the inside by having like a tool, like piano for me is a tool of self-expression, of checking in with myself. For example, this is what I mean by this. When I play a song on the piano, and this is when I was maybe 13, I didn't really know what meditation was. I didn't know what, awareness, presence, or anything of that nature. I just knew what I was doing, which is when I play the piano, like after I mastered a piece, I would be able to play it really well. And depending on how I played it, and I can hear the sound coming, from my playing, and I can analyze what it is that I'm expressing. And it's different at different times of the day or different times of the week, depending on something happened today. Like my mom would know exactly what I'm feeling. If she just sat on the couch and I started playing something, she would know, oh, something went wrong in school today. Or she would know like, oh, she's having a really good day and she's like on it, So just having that, and for me to hear that intuitively and to be able to understand the language of music that's unspoken, but I've done it unconsciously, and then just checking back, like loop back and say, is this how I want to feel? Is this how I want to be? Is this ideal? Is this what I truly desire? And if the answer is no, then for the sake of making music really, really beautiful and what it's supposed to be, like, designed to be, then I would change the way I play. I would have a sense of self-control, a sense of discipline. Once I release all the whatever is within, like, that I wanted to let go, then I muster up the energy again to focus on what exactly it is that I want it to be, to make it beautiful. How? So I would shift my energy and mindset to be able to do that.
Right, and I think that's the sign. I think that's the sign of a true artist. The object of our life is development, and that means that we will never stop developing because we're limitless and will continue to develop. And so many people think that there comes a time when, hey, I'm going to get to this point and then I'm going to stop, and it's not. But when you are able to share your uniqueness, that is really what the object of an artist is to do, and which is one of the reasons why I love listening to Kristi sing all the different music and songs that she sings, because every time you sing it, you're bringing your own special flair, and that's what makes you unique.
Thank you, Jens. And that was a beautiful way that you put all of that, Evelyn. I love that. It just shows you that it's like a therapy also for you, and for you to give your best self as much as you can to everybody else at the same time.
Definitely.
Yeah, and it comes from a place of love. Because once you love and understand music or something or someone, right, then you understand how to be in order to maintain that wonderful like energy state. And I teach that to my students. Sometimes you would think like babies don't understand, these are like too high level things, but the baby that I have taught, it's amazing what they can catch on from the way I show them how to play on the piano. And then I say, listen for this feeling. And then they get it. And then they copy me. They imitate so well and they learn fast.
Now, are you going to play for us today? Are you going to play? Or do we have a video?
What would you like to do, Evelyn?
I feel like the video is going to be a good idea.
Okay, well, let's watch that video.
Yes.
Evelyn?
Fantastic. Now, I know you've got some really great things coming up, Evelyn. You've got a book coming out, but this concert you were telling me about this morning that you are working on, and I just want you to share with everyone how that came about.
Thank you for asking. Maybe just one more piece of like a nugget, if I have any to drop, would be to make a decision. I think at one point I had to decide if I was going to do something, if I'm going to call myself a pianist, if I'm going to start teaching. Am I a writer? Do I perform? Can I do this? I shifted from, I really like it, but I don't know if I can do it, into deciding this is exactly what I'm going to do, and it's going to go really, really well. And that's what happened. So it went from,
right.
I'm not sure how this is going to go, or if I'm ever going to do it, but I really, really dreamed of having my own concert one day. And, my teacher, a few months ago, she said, Evelyn, you're ready. You got to show people what you can do, and just enjoy the process of developing myself to the next level.
Yes.
And so I decided.
That's amazing. I can totally relate.
Well, because success is a decision, and you know how when people will say, "Oh, I can't do that because I'm just not that way." Well, that's just a lie. It's a lie. You make a decision. You decide what you're going to do, and a decision is so much higher level. It's a higher level commitment than just thinking about something. Because when you make a decision, you're saying, I will do everything that follows that I have to do to ensure that I do what I said I was going to do. And that's really all it is.
And for me, I have to decide, and then I have to say it.
You got to say it
to somebody.
You got to say it a lot. You can't
to
just
several
say it
people,
once.
then I can't go back,
But one of the things I love so much about this show, and one of the things I love about what I do, being a transformational leader, is helping people live in their passion, in their purpose, and being fulfilled. And when some people are sharing their gifts and their talents, their God-given gifts and talents, it is a spiritual experience. And one of the things I love so much about sitting next to you every week is that you share a song. And I love this song that she's going to sing today.
Sorry, I've got some allergies, but excuse me. This song is not a new song. It's by Pink, and it's an amazing song that really touched me deeply when I heard it. And it just goes to show you how you interpret a song for yourself at that time. And I'm going to share this song with you. It's called Family Portrait. Mama, please stop crying. I can't stand the sound. Your pain is painful and it's tearing me down. I hear glasses breaking as I sit up in my bed. I told Dad you didn't mean those nasty things you said. You fight about money, about me and my brother. This I come home to. This is my shelter. It ain't easy growing up in World War III, never knowing what love could be. You'll see, I don't want love to destroy me like it has done my family. Can we work it out? Can we be a family? I promise I'll be better. Mommy, I'll do anything. Can we work it out? Can we be a family? I promise I'll do better. Daddy, please don't leave. Daddy, please stop yelling. I can't stand the sound. Oh, make Mama stop crying, 'cause I need you around. Mama, she loves you. No matter what she says is true. I know that she hurt you, but remember I love you too. I ran away today, ran from the noise, ran away. Don't wanna go back to that place, but don't have no choice, no way. It ain't easy growing up in World War III, never knowing what love would be. I see, I don't want love to destroy me like it has done my family. Pretend, acting like it comes naturally. Oh, oh, Daddy, please don't leave.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Thank
You know,
you.
I love it. I love it. We got people standing up in this joint over here. I mean,
Thank you. And I just have to say, in case my mom, okay, we didn't have a divorce or anything in the family, but I did lose my father at a very young age. And so when I heard that song, it was about that for me.
it was that loss.
Yeah, it was that loss.
But you know, it's like when you're singing that, I just think about how many people. I'm going to get emotional now. I just think about how many people are living in environments where they're experiencing that loss, whether it's the loss because their family was broken up, whether it's the loss because they've lost somebody, you know, or even if it's the loss because they've lost themselves in some way. And I mean, I love Pink. You and I are both big Pink fans.
Yes.
Because she speaks and she sings from her heart. And again, she's sharing those gifts and talents, God-given gifts and talents. And
I'm going to get, I do
you
have a
gave me
tissue right
chills.
here.
You gave me chills, girl.
Thank you so much. It was just a pleasure to sing it, and I love that song so much. I hope you enjoyed it. And I just want to thank everyone. Everyone, thank you, Jens, for being here.
you.
As always, it's amazing to have her by my side. And I want to thank Evelyn for joining us today and sharing her gifts and talents and words of wisdom. It's just been such a blessing to have you both here. I'm getting emotional right now. Ow, ow. Anyway, and thank you so much for tuning in to SoVery Kristi. We will be here every Monday at 2 o'clock. Come back next week. We'll have some special things for you and special people to introduce to you. Thank you.